All right, everybody, welcome to our second quarter 2020 Business Pulse, Live Oak Bank, powered by Barlow. And with me, Steve Smits, Chief Credit Officer at Live Oak. Wow, what a difference 90 days makes, Steve. Look back at the one we did a quarter ago and then this one, and give us a couple of high-level thoughts here on where the world has gone.
You know, it's crazy, 90 days ago, right? So 2/3 of the businesses weren't even expecting a recession for at least 2 years 90 days ago. Most were expecting not having a real need to borrow money. And this quarter, over 70% of businesses are reporting that they've been negatively impacted by the pandemic. 30% is the average sales impact in a downward trend. And half of the businesses are reporting negative impacts and concerns about their supply chains. So different world.
You know, these surveys were done actually just before some of the government programs around payroll relief and the like. But even still, companies are dramatically changing what they believe their need for capital are going to be and their use of their cash reserves. I think we've seen that through a couple of different charts throughout this. The other thing is obviously the change in credit outlook. And so, confidence is an important thing. And Steve, maybe just spend a minute on kind of what you gleaned out of the views that people have and their outlook.
Yeah, so clearly, like if you look at slide 26, I believe it was, the need for bank loans is increasing. The expectation to borrow, compare that to 90 days ago, where most businesses didn't feel that there was going to be a increased need to borrow money from banks. 1/3 of small businesses have been using their personal savings just to fund their operations today. So they're depleting their personal resources at a pretty quick clip. And then slide 34, small businesses are expecting to need additional funds and go to a bank to borrow money, and that really spiked. So compare that to just 90 days ago. So it's pretty dramatic contrast to just a few months ago.
It's going to obviously mean that the banking industry has a really, really important role to play to provide capital to these small businesses to help make it through this beyond this payroll program, but actually new capital, new lending. How is Live Oak thinking about that in the context of everything going on in this world?
Yeah, I kind of think about it first is the immediate need, which we're already living today, right? That was from providing forms of deferral or assistance to the small businesses that already had debt to help them with the immediate impact to the crisis. Then leveraging with the support of the government, the PPP loan, for example, where that can be impactful for so many of the small businesses. But then we've got to think about the go forward. So how do lenders like Live Oak Bank step up to the plate to provide working capital and funds to help these businesses get back on their feet, but do it in a thoughtful and disciplined way?
All right. So the good news with all of that is, the eternal optimism of small business owners. And if you look at some of the data across pages 20 and 24, it does seem like at least half of the folks believe that their businesses will be up over the next 5 years. So if you take a longer term view, weather the storm, and there still is growth opportunities.
So measuring optimism is really important, right? And so it's going to be interesting to watch over the next several quarters. And are we talking about a recession that is a V or U or more long term? Optimism plays a big role.
And then the final piece I'll highlight here is, Barlow asked some questions about the importance of digital offerings and remote banking. And obviously with stay-at-home orders and travel restricted, being able to provide good technology solutions and mobile banking to customers, especially small businesses, feels more important than ever. So, we at Live Oak have been working really hard to help small businesses. We will continue to through our people, our capital, and our technology. So unless you have anything else, Steve, maybe we'll wrap this up and let people get on with their day job.
Yeah, let's get back to work.
All right, everybody, tune in 90 days from now. But this is Live Oak Bank Business Pulse, powered by Barlow.